Hi, my name's Kenner Ames. I am your GV Snowshoe rep. Thanks for watching my 2011-2012 GV Snowshoe, YouTube, I should say, PK. T-shirt says 50 years. It's actually the 51st year for the company. Proudly made in Canada. All the shoes are made just outside of Loretteville, Quebec. Not only Canadian owned though, Canadian manufactured. And except for the entry-level buckles in our first couple of models, all of the parts are manufactured in Quebec as well. So, which is something that GV is very proud of over the years, making sure all of those materials come from Canada. The majority of our competitors, of course, are American owned and make their products offshore. So I'm going to start here with our entry-level price point shoes, work up through the line. The PK will be in two parts. About halfway through I'll have to stop. And don't forget to click on to part 2 for the riveting finale. First of all, I often get asked what G and V stands for. Mr. G is no longer in the picture, but it is the first two initials, the last names of the gentleman who founded the company. The V stands for Vincent. Stephen Vincent is still the owner of the company today. Our outdoor trail, the entry-level snowshoe for us, has a basic olefin decking, ratchet buckle system throughout the line, and a very simple pivoting band that the whole harness pivots on. All of our snowshoes have a powder coating on the crampons. This powder coating acts like a Teflon in a frying pan, if you will, and prevents snow from clumping underneath, which is something you don't want. It becomes annoying when you're walking in the snow. We're not going to dwell on this shoe too much because most people start the line with the winter trails. This is really where the value price point, it usually retails at about $150, meets a good quality shoe. One thing unique this year to the line is the way that we have attached the decking to the frame set by these straps here. Previously, all of our snowshoes wrapped the decking material around and riveted to themselves. And that's the way that all of our competitors still make their shoes. What this does for us, though, is obviously we had to cut away big portions of the decking material, and we wasted a lot of material to do that. Also, this could potentially wear out underneath over time. So this not only saves us material, but it also allows us to repair the snowshoes a lot better. Hey, Mr. Squirrel, shut up. Whenever you see active on the snowshoes there, that means it has more feminine coloration. We don't put women's on there because should a man come into the store, he wants this price point, these features on the snowshoe, some guy's probably not going to buy it if it says women's on there. These were the early samples that I got. In production, they do have a little more fancier coloration, a little bit of gold in there for a little bit of pop. I'll show you how that these snowshoes go on, how to use the ratchet buckles, because we believe that it really is the fastest and easiest method of putting the snowshoes on in the marketplace. So, slide your foot in, tighten up your back strap, clip it in like so, and then from there you just push down, slide those straps through. And the beauty of the buckle system ratchet is that you can just easily micro adjust when you're in the field. You need it a little millimeter tighter, you just go like that. You want to loosen it off, you just squeeze here. Leave the back straps done up, so the next time you come to use your snowshoe, you just put your foot in, put your back strap up, slide these down. The fastest and easiest system to use on the market. Also, with, if you do have strapping systems, they can ice up and possibly start to slide through and not grip quite as well. The ratchets aren't going to, you're not going to have that problem with the ratchets. All of our snowshoes from here on up pivot on a bar right here. This is an articulated system, and it has a free flow action like that makes it very easy to walk in. Some of our competitors have a strapping system around that holds the harness on, which makes the snowshoe flick up like this whenever you walk. That kicks snow up your back, potentially down your neck and can be annoying over time. But this free-flowing system prevents that from happening. When you walk with this shoe, it just picks up, floats horizontally over the snow, and then heel-toe down with your natural stride. Very comfortable to walk in because of this little upturned tail section here, which is also something some brands don't do. When you move up to our next model up, the Mountain Trail and the Active Mountain Trail, you'll see that it's a little bit of a sleeker shape. For the more advanced user, it just makes it a little easier to use, less chance you're going to step on the back of your snowshoe when you're walking in more tougher terrain perhaps. You'll also see that we have a much superior rear crampon on this, a lot more teeth, a lot more grip. We have an integrated heel raiser bar, which snaps up like that. So qualify your customers, find out whether or not they're going to be doing any mountaineering or just climbing hills. This makes it a lot easier. Picture most people who are climbing, you're gripping with these front crampons, you're digging your toes in, you're up on your tiptoes the whole time. It does take a lot of stress on your calves and tendons. You flip that up, your heel rests on top of that, and so your foot is actually pretty much horizontal, and then it's just like walking upstairs, makes it a lot easier. This system is really slick. It snaps in and out of place very easily. Again, please try other competitors that you might have on the wall and see how nicely this system works compared to some of the others, which are very challenging to disengage from some of the other brands. Also, when you move up to the mountain trail, you get a much superior ratchet buckle system. Why is it superior? Well, this one, which has metal parts and a little spring in it, this one has nothing like that. It's just two pieces of plastic. This piece of plastic here is what they make aircraft windows from. This piece of plastic here is what is used to hold blades on skates. Both materials are extremely durable, extremely lightweight, and geared for the cold weather. The one thing you have to tell your customers, it just ratchets like a normal buckle, but to open it and to disengage the strap, because it still won't even move through when it's like that, is that you just have to make it parallel and it flows through. So just go till you hear that click, and that's the key for the strap to move. But it is a much more durable ratchet system. It also has a big tab here that's easy to grip with gloves or mitts. So because the winter trail and the mountain trail are really going to be the bread and butter of your sales, probably with our line, it's important to keep those distinctions in mind. Superior rear crampon, integrated heel raiser bar, a little sleeker shape, and the superior buckle. And that's why most people retail this model about $200 or a little bit above that price. Next model up in the line is our Snow Trail. I just would like to mention at this point in time that everything for GB, all of the snowshoes are guaranteed for life, which is another thing that distinguishes our brand. So if there's any problems with any snowshoes, it doesn't matter if it's 5 or 10 years old, if you can see that it hasn't been overly used or abused, and in its natural life, the shoe is still looking like it's in good shape, but something has broken, we will repair or replace that shoe for you. The Snow Trail, when you move up in line, it has our pivot bar. And this pivot bar has a T-joint in here and makes the whole frame set a lot stronger. And also when you move up to this model, you have a soft rubber on the inside here for grip and a toe piece. So when your foot is in there, it's really, really solid in the shoe for a real aggressive user or someone who wants a tough shoe. Thanks very much. Click on part 2. Thanks.